All right. Okay, you guys, welcome. I'm so excited to share a little bit about gut health tonight. You're going to hear some really powerful stories, and we're just going to talk a little bit about gut health. So I really appreciate you taking time on this Monday night during, a holiday weekend. And I know you guys, you're everywhere, and I love it. I love being able to see where you're from. And I just want to take a minute to introduce myself. My name is Amy. And I've been with Plexus for about 9 years. And Plexus has absolutely changed my life. It helped me with migraines, and that was unexpected. I had migraines since I was a teenager, and I tried everything. And this is about the only thing that's ever really helped me. And then it helped my daughter's eczema when she was a little baby. It's helped my mother's rheumatoid arthritis. It's helped my father-in-law's diabetes, my husband's seasonal allergies. I know you guys are like, okay, what in the world? How is it some miracle thing? Well, you guys, it's really not a miracle. It feels like it sometimes, but they're so crazy how many things are tied to our gut. So we are going to, I'm still gonna keep popping some people on in here. So excited. But we are going to just play a quick video for you. That way that can just describe a little bit about what we're talking about when we say gut health and a little bit more of what specifically our products do. And then we will hear two very powerful stories. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you really quickly so that you can see this video. It's only about 2 minutes long, and it gives you a nice overview. So let me go ahead and share my screen and see, we're gonna share sound. Yes, we are. Okay, so triplex.
You deserve to thrive in every way. When you feel your best physically, mentally, and emotionally, you can tackle life's challenges and explore more opportunities. Don't let fatigue, GI discomfort, unpleasant mood swings, and excess weight slow you down. The key to feeling healthy, happy, and confident each day lies inside your mighty microbiome. Science has revealed a powerful link between beneficial microbes in your GI tract and improved health. Gut flora impacts your digestive system, metabolism, sleep quality, mood, and even your weight.
Yes!
Your gut is also where 70% of immune cells live and where 90% of your serotonin is created. Evidence suggests that beneficial microbes support the body's immune response. Gut bacteria can even send signals to the brain through what's known as the gut-brain axis. These communications play a key role in helping you experience an improved mood and reduced feelings of stress. Simply put, a healthy gut means a healthy you. It's all about striking the right balance. Food, lifestyle choices, and the environment can throw this balance off, but there's something that can help. Plexus Triplex is the supercharged boost your gut needs to reduce unwanted microbes and increase beneficial microbes for a balance that works in your favor. With this comprehensive system, you'll support your gut in 3 ways. Just like a garden, when you weed, seed, and feed your gut, better health blossoms from within. BioCleanse helps to weed the gut by reducing unwanted microbes and supporting your body's natural cleansing processes. ProBio 5 helps weed out unwanted intestinal yeast and seeds your gut with healthy probiotics. And Slim Microbiome Activating feeds these probiotics the prebiotics they need to thrive. Slim also helps support healthy glucose metabolism and offers targeted weight loss support with Slim Hunger Control. Shift the balance back in your favor and thrive. With scientifically backed ingredients and countless benefits, Triplex is the smartest choice you can make for your gut, your health, and to thrive. Health and happiness. It's a gut feeling.
Okay.
Whether you're trying to get your ideas down, compose a message,
Okay, are
or
you
reply to
one
someone,
second?
it can be difficult to write well and write fast. With Grammarly Go.
Oh goodness. Okay, hopefully, am I still there? Yes, I am. Okay, sorry about that. You guys, listen, technology is is never my friend. 1 second. Okay, hopefully were you able to hear that when I kept going the video behind? Okay, sorry about that. One day I will be so fantastic at but it hasn't happened in 9 years with my technology, but you know what, I keep going, so it is what it is. Well, you guys, I'm really excited to introduce to you my friend Shannon. Shannon is a holistic mama she'd be the one that I would go to when like my babies had a cough or something and I didn't want to have to give medicine. She is so brilliant and so passionate about health that she's someone right away. When I started Plexus, I was like, I need you to look at this. Like, this is plant-based. This is good. Like, I need you to look at it for me. And she'll tell you she was not all for it at first, but when she actually took the time to look at the ingredients and to give them a try, she's a fan. She's still here with me about 8 years later. So Shannon, I'm going to have you unmute yourself and just share a little bit about what your take on gut health, and then a little of your story, and then she'll introduce our next speaker, Charlene.
Hi everyone. Thanks Amy for the calling me brilliant. That never happens. So Amy and I have been college, or have known each other since college, which has been over 20 years, which is crazy to me. But yes, I am the holistic girl, not at first by choice. I was also known before holistically being the holistic girl, was known as the side effects girl. I was like the girl that got every side effect that you see scrolling down like TV when you're taking something for your elbow and you wind up like killing someone. That would be me. Like, I would be that person that had all the side effects. And so that made me very, very peculiar about what I put into my body. And I just started doing a lot of research about connection with things I was suffering from, which was like insomnia, horrific allergies. I was the girl that walked around with like toilet paper stuck up my nose during seasonal time. And then I had a horrible anxiety. I had intrusive thoughts. And that played a serious role on my spiritual life as well. Which I just so believe that, we are so intricately connected with our mental, spiritual, physical, emotional, all of it. And that the enemy uses our bodies, our temples, as weapons against us, because we have a lot of stuff that we put into our bodies just because it's normal or common, that we don't take the time to actually think through, and that it could be doing damage to the temples that God gave us. And so I started that holistic journey just because things I was experiencing, and then being afraid to take medications for those things because of the side effects that I got. And also what really triggered my jump start was my daughter had a severe reaction to an immunization that she got. And because of that immunization, her reaction was she became extremely sensitive to foods and medications, dyes, chemicals, things like that. So I had to start doing a lot of research in that area. Amy, I was on the holistic journey well before Amy started Plexus. I saw it posted on Facebook. I saw her talk about the business and stuff like that, and that really just wasn't me. And she contacted me about it, and I was like, no, thank you. I love you, but no, thank you. But she made a post one day, probably about 5 months after bugging me. She didn't really bug me, actually. She was very sweet about it, but she can be very persuasive when she wants something and she feels like God wants something. She's very persuasive. And so after about 6 months of her, mentioning it to me and stuff, she made a post one day that had gut health on it. And so I had been researching all of my health issues and symptoms, and gut health kept coming up. I didn't know anything about gut health at the time. However, I learned a lot very quickly. So I had actually paid because I didn't trust Amy's understanding of the product. I love her, but she's better at more things. But anyways, so I actually hired a nutritionist that I was working with and a PA, so a physician's assistant, to go comb through every ingredient in the product before I put it into my body. After about a month of studying the ingredients, they both gave me the thumbs up. And I called her and said, don't freak out, but I want to try it. And after about 3 nights of starting it, I slept through the night for the first time in my life. within 2 months of being consistent with the products, my allergies went away, including my allergy to shellfish. Um, I could sleep better. My anxiety took about 3 or 4 months because I had anxiety about taking the products because I'm just that way. But that went away in about 3 to 4 months. And I just started realizing that God had given us an incredible tool to be able to help free up his church and people that struggle and don't know that there's a better way or a different way, to be able to do things naturally instead of having to take medication after medication on top of medication, and destroy their bodies in the process. And so that's kind of where my heart is. I am a freedom fighter. I love to show people that they can live free lives, physically, spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, all of it connected. And that's how I come in contact with Charlene. So Charlene, it's funny how God does with me, because Charlene was at, do you mind me sharing? So Charlene was at, we had a small group gathering together, and she came in, and I'd known her for a couple of months or so. I just moved to Noonan. I was trying to make friends, so I didn't want people to think I was crazy right away. And so Charlene was sitting on the couch. It was just me and her, which is just God. That's the way he works. She comes in and she looked like she was about 5 months pregnant, which is not something you want to mention to somebody new that you know, that they look like that. But she did. Her stomach was swollen, and she's a very small girl. She sits down on the couch, and God says, talk to her. And I'm like, okay, she's kind of quiet and introverted. I don't want to scare her. But I did anyway. I was obedient, and I was like, hey, are you okay? Because she looked like she didn't feel good. And so she starts sharing with me about how she has reactions to food, and that they cause her to have these massive like stomachs, like it just bloating and just pain and just awfulness. And immediately God was like, Plexus, you need to tell her about the gift that I've given you to help her find freedom as well. And I didn't do it. I think I might have mentioned the probiotic, but I can't remember. I think I mentioned the probiotic, but I didn't go into too much because, again, I didn't want to scare her. And then I would say probably a couple of months later, just for me sharing my story and giving our testimonies, which is what we're supposed to do as believers, she contacted me. And God was like, I told you to say something a while back and you didn't, so I'm going to bring her to your doorstep. And so I'll let her tell her story. And I'm just excited about the freedom that God's given Charlene. So here she is.
Hey, y'all. Yeah, so I met through Shannon through a small group at church. But before I met Shannon, I had many years of what I would call chronic fatigue. Not just being tired, not just, being sleepy, but just fatigue. Waking up tired, not feeling like I could get out of bed. Scared to drive home from work. That's 15 minutes because I was scared I was going to fall asleep at the wheel, or falling asleep on the couch at 6 o'clock and not being able to get back up for the rest of the night. So to help figure out what was going on with me, I tried several different routes, one being a more holistic route. I tried, I'm trying to think, right back at the beginning of COVID, right when we're about to lose you. Amy, I'm going to join with my phone.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
So powerful. While they're getting that settled, I just appreciate you guys sharing so much. And let's see, while they're getting that on. But if you can relate to something that either one of them shared, I'd love to hear from the comments. And I want you to stay on, because at the end, we're going to be on maybe another 10 minutes or so. I'll have some offers for you, some discounts. I know you're probably thinking, okay, awesome, but what do I get? How do I get it? So hang out with us for a few minutes while they're hopping back on. Is that you, Charlene? The iPhone?
It is. Yes.
Okay, perfect. Stay on at the end, you guys, because I'm gonna have some we're gonna have some discounts and stuff for you, just for you for being on here tonight. So go ahead, Charlene.
Okay, so right back at the beginning of COVID, someone that I had known from a previous church was posting about her products and just getting your body healthy. And it was a 30-day health challenge, and you cut out several foods, and I tried that. And while I was on those supplements for the first month, I felt fantastic. But what I didn't realize was that they were going to send me a whole slew of stuff that I was going to take that was going to make me feel well. And I did. I felt great. But after that 30 days, I could not keep up with those products because of the price. Also, whenever I reintroduced gluten and dairy, I just did not feel well at all. I would have stomach cramps and nausea. But then as time went on, I became more and more sensitive. I could not eat things that were, that even touched food with gluten or dairy, or I would have a reaction. A small crumb would cause me to have a reaction. And it went from, I would have bloating for one night, and then it increased to where my stomach would bloat and it wouldn't go back to normal for a week. So I was beginning to just be absolutely miserable just because I tried to get my body healthy. I took an allergy test.
Were you still on those other products? I'm just curious while that was happening.
No, because they sent a whole bunch of stuff. And the only thing that I was taking with them was protein and an energy drink.
Okay.
Those were the only things that I was,
Okay.
Those were the only things that I could afford to keep up with. And some months I would be like, oh, well, there's not the money for that this month. I guess I'll skip it this time.
Gotcha.
But it wasn't doing anything to improve my gut and to make my gut healthy. So like Shannon said, one night she saw me at church and I was just, I can't, I said, I can't have anything with gluten. I can't have anything with dairy, or my stomach just swells. I get nauseated. I feel like I'm going to throw up. I get stomach cramps and it lasts for days. And that's when she mentioned to me about a probiotic. And I was sporadically taking a probiotic with the other supplements. And she was like, well, let me show you what I take. So that kind of sparked something in my mind. But then again, I went back to the price and I was like, I just don't know if I could do this. And so one night I had called her for a friend to ask her about, a question for a friend. And I ended up deciding to start the supplements that night. I looked at my husband and I said, I feel like I need to do this. And he said, well, if this can help you live a normal life, he said, then let's try it. Because, I kind of became a hermit. I didn't want to go out to functions because I knew food was going to be involved. And I didn't want to be the oddball not eating or taking my own food. I didn't want to have to ask a million questions about how the food was prepared or what ingredients were in the food. I would decline, invitations to go out to lunch after church or to go out to dinner with friends because I knew I couldn't eat at those restaurants. So I signed up it was about Halloween. And then I noticed I noticed the energy first. I wasn't having to lay my head down while my kids were at specials to rest my eyes. I would wake up in the mornings and I felt rested. I didn't feel like I had been run over by a truck. I didn't struggle getting out of bed. But then the one thing that really amazed me was about 2 weeks after taking the products, we had a birthday dinner. Now, mind you, I started the products at the beginning of November. On November 13th, my niece's birthday, we had gone out to dinner at Olive Garden. And I ordered just gluten-free noodles, plain red sauce, and grilled chicken. And I said, please make sure there's nothing on the chicken. I had a reaction that night within the first 2 bites. I couldn't finish my dinner. And again, I was like, great, here we go again. Y'all, I woke up the next morning and my symptoms were gone. I had no bloating that morning. I had no nausea. I had no stomach pain. And that
texted me freaking out.
Yes, I texted Shannon. Like, oh my gosh, you got to hear this. But that was the last reaction that I've had to food. It was November 13th, 2 weeks after taking the products. And y'all, I've posted this week that I ate I actually ate a bowl of ice cream today on vacation. I did. And no reaction whatsoever. So, so I am just absolutely amazed at what these products have done. And I have recently started my business journey with Plexus because I just feel the need to show others that freedom is possible.
I never thought I would like get teary over somebody eating ice cream. But like that's guys, that's life changing. That is Charlene, that is life changing.
It
Charlene,
is. It's
which
freedom.
products? Someone's asking, what products do you take daily?
The triplex.
Okay, the triplex. So the triplex is the video that we showed you guys in first because guys, it really what it comes down to, like I said earlier, our bodies are the miracle, right? Our bodies want to heal themselves. It's just about giving it the vitamins and minerals and nutrients it needs to function how it's meant to function, right? And so what I want to make you understand though is this is not a quick fix, right? This is not a quick fix. This is you heard Shannon, it was like 4 months before her anxieties. Charlene didn't have a reaction. She did have a reaction a few weeks later, although it was less severe, but it was like 6 months later that she's eating ice cream. It's because it didn't take your health to decline in like a day or two, right? It's going to take time. So we have a 60-day money back guarantee, but I'm telling you, it is so worth it. But if you're not going to be committed to it, then honestly, don't even waste your money because we want you to feel better. We do not just want to make a sale. Like we are here to educate people on gut health, but I say it is so, so worth it. So if you're on tonight, I'm just going to give you a couple of offers, tell you how to get it. If you're on here tonight, I want to let you know that we have a $10 coupon with the company. And so I don't know that I'm gonna do this every week, but I'm just so excited because it's our first one. But on top of, if you are on this call tonight and you have not tried these products, on top of that $10 gift card, if you order by tomorrow evening, let's just say tomorrow no, because it's 4th of July. Okay, so if you order by Wednesday morning, we'll just say it that way, I will also reimburse another $10. So I'll cover your shipping for you. So all you have to do is whoever invited you tonight, reach out to them and just let them know, hey, I'm ready to get started. They have their own individual referral link, and they can even have a cart for you totally loaded with the triplex or whatever you may want to start. They'll help you with product, what's best for you. But I would say most people, it's really good to start with the triplex because that's going to target blood sugar, gut health, inflammation. Now, again, it may take 2 or 3 months. So some of you are at a point where you're like, listen, I need to feel better right now. If that's you, and you just need to feel good immediately and we do have other options like our Slim and our Active, which is a drink that helps with energy. And we have something called Ease, which is like a natural anti-inflammatory. So those right there, they may not get to the root cause quite like the triplex, but if that's where you need to start because you need to feel good right away, just talk to the person who invited you. And I'm here as well if you need any help trying to decide which products to get. So, okay, so tonight, I want you to immediately message the person who invited you, ask them for the referral link, ask them, whatever questions you may have. I'll be here too. And like I said, anybody who can order by Wednesday morning, just go ahead and tell that person and I will reimburse another $10. So that's $20 off because I appreciate you guys coming on and listening and taking your time this evening. So I'm going to end it here. I'm going to stop recording. Because we are going to upload this to the Pink Purpose. So let me stop recording. And I know how to do this because why wouldn't I? But why is the button not here? Okay. I do not see the end recording button, but I want to stay on for questions, which is why I'd like to stop recording. Oh, here it is. Okay.